Hello goblins, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. It's an episode of this week's Pipes, believe it or not. I've been watching, against my better judgment, a program called Traitors, so it's like a game show sort of thing. In the past I've watched the English one. That was kind of interesting. I'm afraid the American version that I've seen I didn't like. But I just finished watching the Australian one, season 1. And it really stayed with me, the ending. I don't know if you know the premise of the show, but the idea is they start off with something like 25 people each day or week. They do some challenges to earn some money into the prize pot. Then whoever is left at the end shares the money, takes the money. And it's called Traitors because some of them, I think like up to a maximum of 4 is the most I've seen. And it was 4 on the Australian show. If there's even one traitor in the last few, the traitor takes the lot and the others get nothing. So in the English version, it kind of worked. The show worked out quite well. It went right down to the wire, and then the few that were left figured out the final traitor and got them off, and so they shared the pot. That's a nice, happy ending to that story. The Australian one had many more twists and turns to it, and in the end, the final 2 people was one faithful, as they call them, and one traitor, and so the traitor got the money. And what was really interesting about the show this time was the level of emotional manipulation going on. It was somewhat distasteful. It really did leave a bad taste in the mouth. But the show is called Traitors. It is what it is. But the ending of the faithful guy finally realizing that the person he's trusted deeply is a traitor. And it's like, yeah, dude. The program's called Traitors. I didn't know who I was more annoyed with. The faithful who was duped or the traitor, or it would, like I say, the ending stayed with me. You can catch it on Netflix if you're interested. It is what it is. Anyway, that was that. Just felt I had to talk about it a little bit. One of the other things I've been up to this week, well, technically last week, but I finally saw the results of my work this week, was Ian Walker, that's Northern Briars, asked me if I could do the Guinness resin again. Lots of you may not have seen it, but because I haven't done them in some time, but in the old resin that I used to use, I was able to create a really nice resin going from black to cream with lots of, it was sort of like really linear, so it was like start at black at one end, and then slowly the cream would fade in and go to full cream at the bottom. It looked like a pint of Guinness. but I'd never tried it with the new stuff. I didn't even think it was possible because I cast it in such a different way. I thought, it's not going to work. I didn't even try. But because Ian asked, I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. It's not a format I normally cast in. It's kind of, because of the size of them that you'd have to do. You can imagine, you can't do a full half-metre rod in it because the cream is only going to be at the bottom. It's like the rest of it's going to be black. It wouldn't make any sense. So I have to do them in short 5-inch rods. And frankly, it's kind of a faff. But hey, if it gets a unique result, kind of worth it. So I sent them off to Ian, but I kept one. And I cut it into the other day, and, well, I was shocked. You can see, it does almost exactly what you need it to. It's kind of overexposing here, but hey ho. So yeah, the Guinness blank kind of works. Which means I might try and attempt my Guinness Dublin again. That would be kind of cool. I haven't been able to do that for, well, I can't remember the last time I made one. I think I have one blank of the old, of that Guinness stuff, somewhere in the back. But I've been reluctant to use it because it's the last one. But now I may have a way forward. So we'll see. I want to tweak it slightly a bit. The resin, I mean, not the Guinness Dublin. Alright. I've got 3 pipes. 3 pipes. 2 are available. I'm going to show those first, and then this week's commission I'll do last. Let's see what we got. Yes, it is an acorn. Nice little blast on it. Moss green Cumberland Stem. I'll show you that in a moment. Really just nice medium blast. It's like mainly straight grain that you can see, but you do have a hint of ring grain. Well, same again, really prominent straight grain, but you do get the hint of the ring grain. This one, just a little curl of plateau on the rim on that guy. And then saddle stem. Now on this one and the next pipe I'm going to show you, the stem is slightly longer than normal. Normally I do 2.5. That's like the standard. But I did 3 on these guys. As an experiment. So there you go. Dark chocolate, sunblast acorn, moss Cumberland Stem. If the glove blows out the contrast, I'll take it off. We'll see how it goes. It is another acorn, but a lovely smooth. And with this smooth, plateau rim, which is a combination I don't remember doing before. Either sandblast can get a plateau rim, but usually smooth I do all smooth. This smooth with plateau, and I like it. That kind of like that little dip there, just the natural shape of the plateau. From my red Eldritch Cumberland. You can see as soon as I take the white glove away, the contrast corrects. Oh yeah. Pleased with that fellow. You never plan for a smooth, but you always have to be ready to take advantage of one if one comes along. So the smooth is available as well. Any of these that don't sell will be coming with me to the UK pipe show, which it's in October, which in pipe making terms is basically tomorrow. And I need to build up some stock. Yeah. I think this month coming is when I'm going to do most of my stock building for the show. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And last one, this week's commission. It's a blackthorn billiard. Rendered pretty much how I did it for the Four Horsemen box set. With amber stem. Obviously you'll remember I did this finish on an acorn just the other week. It's really cool sort of being able to do like a textured carving and then smoothing out and sandblasting to give it that sort of nice rugged look at the end. It's a nice combination of techniques. It's just really pleasing to do. It's a nice process as well. A clear stem forcing you to show your work, but it's fine. quite nice actually being able to see the taper off, joining the taper down of the flute. But that's when drilling with the tapered drill bit really pays off. There you go. All right. If either of those two acorns appeals to you, by all means, send me an email, or if you've seen them on Instagram or YouTube, maybe you can even message me down here. Whatever suits you. All right. I fully expect to be back next week with some more pipes and who knows what. Right. Till next time, take it very easy. Your loyal pipe maker.